best example I can give you is Tim Ferriss. He's now super popular. He wrote a book called The 4-Hour Workweek. Super popular. And when he wrote his first book, no one had any idea who he was. And so one of the first things he did is he had a guy by the name of Phil Town, T-O-W-N. He's a best-selling author. He had Phil Town endorse his book. So right on the cover, it says endorsed by bestseller. And right away, it just gave it enough validity to pass the smell test, because the book was called A 4-Hour Workweek. Are you kidding me?
Right.
So he was able to get that validation, which helps him a lot. So again, just to kind of recap on that, very, very, very important that you look at the GOATs. And I'm going to give you a notable quotable that kind of solidifies this in my mind. But an organization's ability to learn and translate that learning into action rapidly is the ultimate competitive advantage. Jack Welch, one of the top CEOs of all time. So Jack grew GE by 4,000%. People say, how do you do that? Well, he didn't try to reinvent the wheel. He literally, when he took over one of the TV networks, and we'll put the name of the network on the screen here, but he brought on Seinfeld and a lot of programs that did well, but he took a struggling, it was a national TV network that was doing okay, but he was able to take it to the next level by just studying what makes shows great and then asking himself, are we doing those things? And if they weren't, he cut the show. And he made room for shows like Seinfeld, and it took off. So again, just look at yourself as an organization. Look for the top 5 and say, what are they doing that I'm not? Look at the covers. Look at the content. Reverse engineer that. And a little bonus, make sure you reach out to 20 people to endorse it. Find one person that you're willing to just go, hey, I will pay you $200 to read my book. And if you think it's great, we could talk about a deal to endorse it, or just do whatever you have to do. Because Bill Zanker, I think his name is Bill Zanker. He wrote the book called Think Big and Kick by Donald Trump. So if you go, we'll pull the book cover up on the episode here. But if you go onto Amazon and you type in Think Big and Kick and then ASS, you'll see the book, and it says by Donald Trump massively. But Bill understands the move. And so it says here, really small, Donald Trump's the big word, but it says by Bill Zanker with Donald Trump, but the with is like the Trump is massive on the cover and the Bill Zanker is small. And Trump literally wrote like, I want to say one page of that book, but it just pushed sales.
Right.
So anyway.
Do you have any questions for finding goats, or the process that is involved with that, or how you would go about doing that?
I've actually, through watching some of the episodes, have kind of taken those steps and started looking. I hadn't actually bought the books, but I kind of I have an idea on some of that stuff, so I think it's good.
I'm going to tell you one thing that, again, just kind of an encouragement. When you buy the book, something will happen to you on almost like for those of you who have a spiritual beliefs, maybe you can connect it. For those of you who don't, but it's like when you talk about biking, how committed are you to the idea, really? But when you buy a bike and you've gone through the effort of buying it and investing in it, now it's kind of like, well, I should probably ride it. When you have the books in front of you, written by guys just like you who've gone on to be bestsellers, and you have them in front of your desk every day, and you sit down, I've worked with many, many authors to help them with this. It's unbelievable how much it'll change the game for you. So I would buy those books and have them right out there in front of you.
Okay.
You were telling me it's just the same thing. Like when you bought the loofah, you wanted to use the loofah. You told me that.
That is very true. That is very. You always are trying to, because I have 5 kids and a very organic wife. Marshall makes fun of my all these accoutrements, all this organic and this loofah and this. I know about a whole different world that you don't even know about with your infinite singleness.
Yeah. Okay.